Here are 10 behaviors of a woman that doesn't value you, modern Stoic. Love is not about how much you say, "I love you," but how much you prove that it's true. Unknown. Many men avoid confronting the harsh truth when a woman doesn't value you. It's painfully evident even if you're too blinded to see it. In today's world, society often encourages men to prove their worth, to chase and to win over a woman's affection. But the truth is, if she doesn't recognize your value from the start, you're already in a battle you can't win. You can't force someone to care about you no matter how much you bend or change yourself. What you need is clarity. You need to spot the signs, early on walk away with your dignity intact, and refuse to waste another moment on someone who doesn't appreciate you for who you truly are. One of the most damaging situations you can find yourself in as a man is being with a woman who only tolerates you but doesn't respect you. She may stay, but it's out of convenience, boredom, or for the sake of attention, never because she truly values you. Meanwhile, you're pouring your time, energy, and effort into someone who sees you as just a placeholder, a backup plan. Stop confusing her mere presence for genuine interest. Just because she calls, spends time with you, or even sleeps with you, doesn't mean she truly values you. This is the trap that many men fall into. They assume that if she's around, things are fine. But remember, actions don't always reveal intentions. If you don't pay attention to the subtle signs of disrespect, you could easily waste years on someone who never saw your worth in the first place. This is your turning point. No more sitting back and letting things unfold. It's time to be aware and start acting with purpose. I'm going to outline 10 crucial behaviors that show a woman doesn't value you. Recognize them and don't make excuses. Accept the truth and take action like a man who knows what he deserves. Let's dive in. 1. She makes important decisions without consulting you. When a woman doesn't value you, she excludes you from important decisions, leaving you in the dark about matters that directly affect both of you. The major plans, the life-changing choices, or the direction your shared future takes, she makes them alone without considering your thoughts or opinions. This isn't just about small details. This is about the big picture. If she consistently acts as if your perspective doesn't matter, you are not seen as a partner. You are a spectator, sidelined and ignored. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The Stoic principles of mutual respect and shared responsibility are foundational to any successful partnership. A woman who values you will include you in her decisions because she recognizes your worth, your intellect, and your capacity to contribute. If you're being excluded, it's a glaring sign that she doesn't truly respect you as an equal, as someone whose thoughts and feelings should be considered. And that's something you must never tolerate. You must not accept being diminished in this way. A relationship is built on mutual respect, equality, and shared decision-making. A partner who doesn't honor your voice, your perspective, your role, is not a partner worth keeping. Modern life moves fast. We all make choices that shape our futures, whether it's the home we live in, the career we pursue, or the path we walk together. You need to be with someone who values your input as essential, who treats your contributions as valuable. If she's making decisions on her own without consulting you, she's sending a message she doesn't trust you. Don't fall for it. Let go of any illusion that a relationship should be one-sided. It should never be about her unilaterally calling the shots. That's not partnership, that's dictatorship. The Stoics remind us that self-respect is key to maintaining dignity and purpose. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, Marcus Aurelius once said. And when you're excluded, it's time to reassess the quality of that relationship. Don't settle for less. You deserve a relationship where decisions are made together, where your voice is heard and your presence is valued. Anything less is not enough. That is the reality you must live by. Step up. Demand equality. Don't wait for someone else to validate your worth. Take charge and make sure the respect you deserve is part of the foundation of your relationships. 2. She disrespects your time. Time is a man's most valuable asset. It's the one thing you can never get back. You can lose money, make more, even lose friends, and find new ones. But once your time is gone, it's gone forever. And when a woman doesn't value you, the way she handles your time will make it clear. A Stoic life is about understanding the importance of time and making every moment count. If she's consistently late, cancels plans without a second thought, or takes days to respond to your messages, that's not just inconvenience, that's disrespect. We're not talking about a busy schedule, we're talking about priorities. A woman who values you will make time for you. She will show up. She will not leave you hanging, wondering if or when she'll reply. She'll be intentional. And if she's not, don't settle for excuses. A woman who respects your time will never leave you unread for days. She'll be clear, respectful, and consistent. That is how you know you matter. Now here's the catch. Many men driven by patience or a sense of understanding ignore these red flags. They wait around, hoping for change. But what you're really doing is teaching her that your time doesn't matter. Every time you let her cancel plans and say it's okay, you're reinforcing her behavior. You must stop that. When you let a woman disrespect your schedule, you're giving her control over your time. The more you allow it, the more power you lose. She will reach out only when it's convenient for her, not because she values you. It doesn't stop there. Some women will use your time as a tool to inflate their ego. She might make plans with you knowing full well she won't show up just to keep you on standby, wondering. Or she might message you when she's bored, knowing you'll always answer. That's not interesting. That's manipulation. A man who values himself and follows Stoic lessons doesn't tolerate games. He doesn't entertain women who treat his time like it's disposable. You must draw the line. Stop adjusting your life for someone who won't respect your schedule. If she can't show consistency, reliability, or basic courtesy, the answer is clear: she doesn't value you. A woman who sees your worth will protect your time because she understands that when a man gives his time, he's giving something real. Respect is earned, not given. Remember this. There's no dignity in waiting around for someone who treats your presence like a backup plan. You're not meant to chase after someone who sees you as an afterthought. The moment you recognize that your time is being taken for granted, you must take your power back. Walk away from flaky behavior. Stop rewarding inconsistency. When you move through life with the mindset of someone who values himself, you set the standard. Women will either rise to meet it or they will leave. Either way, you win. You control the narrative of your life, and time is your greatest ally in that. Stoicism teaches us this truth: time is a gift, and how we choose to spend it speaks volumes about our self-worth. So don't waste it. Let your time be earned, not handed out freely. When you choose to live with intention, you'll notice that the right people, those who truly value you, will step up. Be intentional. Be stoic. Be the man who commands respect. 3. She challenges your masculinity. In the modern world, where traditional masculinity is often misunderstood or even undervalued, it's crucial to recognize the behaviors of those who don't respect you as a man. One of the most dangerous yet overlooked actions from a woman who doesn't value you is when she continuously challenges your masculinity. She'll undermine your decisions, mock your opinions, and subtly or overtly belittle you. The worst part, she does this only to you. She won't treat every man this way because deep down she has no respect for who you are. You must see this for what it is: toxic behavior designed to break your confidence and make you question yourself. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In a relationship, when a woman disrespects you by attacking your masculinity, she's not challenging you to grow, she's aiming to destroy your self-worth. This is not a power struggle. It's a manipulation, a subtle form of control. You must stop confusing tension with passion. Many men get trapped in these dynamics, thinking that conflict equals deep connection. But in reality, you're dealing with someone who sees you as competition, not a partner. Real power, as the Stoic principles teach us, comes from self-respect and knowing where your value lies. A strong woman who respects you will challenge you to grow, not tear you down. She will elevate you, not diminish you. But when a woman constantly tries to emasculate you, outshine you, or control you, it's a clear sign she doesn't value you. She's trying to dominate you. And there's a big difference between being challenged to grow and being manipulated to feel inferior. If you allow this kind of behavior to continue, you'll start doubting yourself. Your instincts will become clouded, your confidence eroded, and once that happens, she will lose all respect for you because she knows she can control you emotionally. A woman who values you, however, won't try to replace you. She will support you, stand beside you, and trust your leadership. She will bring you peace, not confusion. Remember, what you allow is what will continue. And if you feel you have to constantly prove your manhood in every conversation, you're in the wrong relationship. Protect your masculinity fiercely, because as Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, a man's worth is not determined by how others see him, but by how he sees himself. You must stand strong, unwavering, and walk away from any woman who undermines the very essence of who you are. You were born to be a man, not a pawn in someone else's game. Take control. Be the man you're meant to be. Stick with me, because this is just the beginning. We're moving forward with even more powerful tactics to leave a lasting impact on their minds. Get ready for the next move, one that deepens their connection to you in ways they can't ignore. If you are ready, comment, "Let's go." Let's move forward. 4. She's only around when she needs something. When you truly grasp the blessing of Stoicism, you learn to recognize the things that drain your energy and purpose. One glaring sign that a woman doesn't value you is when she only shows up when she needs something. It's a pattern subtle at first, but undeniable when you take a moment to reflect. She'll be all smiles, warmth, and attention whenever she needs your time, your help, or even your emotional bandwidth. But the second you need anything from her, whether it's a simple response, a kind word, or just some emotional support, she's nowhere to be found. It's as if your value only exists when it serves her needs, but you're left to wonder, where is she when you need her most? Don't mistake this for care or concern. She's not interested in reciprocating. She's interested in what you can do for her. You're not a partner in her eyes, you're a resource. And once she's gotten what she came for, she vanishes only to reappear when she has another need. This dynamic where you're constantly giving and she's constantly talking is toxic, and it's one you must break free from. As a modern Stoic, you recognize that your energy, time, and resources are finite. Women who value you will want to contribute to your life, not just take from it. They won't see you as someone to exploit, but as a partner to grow with. When a woman doesn't respect you, however, you become little more than a tool in her life, a backup plan for when she's bored, lonely, or in need of something you can provide. It's a one-way street, and if you're not careful, you'll find yourself trapped in a loop of constant giving with little to no return. Some men, unfortunately, mistake these repeated moments of contact as signs of affection, but in reality, she's just returning because she knows you'll be there. You're useful to her, that's all. The old Stoic would have told you that true value lies in self-awareness and discipline. If you keep letting her in, you'll end up undervaluing yourself. And when you finally realize that you're being used, it can feel like a harsh wake-up call. Some women will even go so far as to make you feel guilty or angry when you stop giving. But don't be fooled. It's not about you, it's about her and her needs. You must refuse to let her manipulate your emotions with guilt or entitlement. You're not a personal ATM or an on-call therapist. You're a man with purpose, goals, and a limited amount of time and energy. A woman who truly values you will understand that. She won't just be around when it's convenient for her, but she will show up because she genuinely respects who you are and what you bring to the table. She'll add to your life and not drain it. Remember, the key difference between a woman who values you and one who values what you can do for her is clear. The right woman will treat your time and energy like gold, priceless, and irreplaceable. She'll understand that you're not someone she can pick up and put down whenever it suits her. Don't let any woman rent space in your life if she's not paying with loyalty, genuine care, and effort. If she's only around when she needs something, it's not love. It's exploitation. Close that door. Let her see what happens when you're no longer available. That's when the truth will come to light, and that's when you'll know where you really stand. It's time to step into your power as a modern Stoic and refuse to tolerate anything less than respect and mutual care. You must not settle for being treated as less than you are. You're a man with value, remember that. If this message spoke to your heart today, leave a comment about faith. I am a high-value man. 5. She makes you feel replaceable. In the world we live in, no one deserves to be treated as replaceable, especially not by someone they value. Yet when a woman doesn't truly value you, this is exactly how she will make you feel, like just another option, as if your presence in her life is expendable. She may make subtle comments like, "My ex used to do this for me," or boast about other men vying for her attention. At first you might brush it off thinking she's only trying to provoke a reaction, but the reality is much harsher. She's showing you that you are not special to her, just another man in a sea of many. When respect fades, so does the foundation of the relationship. The moment a woman feels she can walk away without consequences, the relationship is already in a dangerous place. A woman who truly values you will ensure you never feel replaceable. She'll remind you through her actions, words, and genuine care that you're the one for her, not just another man in the crowd. When you're not her priority, however, you'll notice her shift. She'll stop investing in the relationship. She'll stop caring about your day, your needs, and your desires. She'll stop trying to make herself attractive to you, only to turn her attention toward other men. Whether through messages, comments, or subtle social media posts, she'll make you feel as though she's testing your limits, seeing how much you will tolerate. This is emotional manipulation, disguised as independence. If you stay in this space, you're only reinforcing a cycle that will never break. You'll find yourself working harder to earn her approval, trying to outperform invisible rivals. You'll be trapped in a constant battle to win her affection, doing more, but getting less. Real men don't fight for validation from someone who doesn't respect them. Stoic principles teach us to recognize our own worth and never compromise it for anyone. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Don't negotiate your value. Understand that a woman who truly values you will make that clear. Through her actions, her commitment, and the way she treats you, there will be no question that you are her man. If she's treating you like you're replaceable, walk away. Don't beg for her attention or try to prove your worth. Instead, stand tall and let her see the strength in your decision to leave. You'll walk away as a man who respected himself, and in time she'll realize that a man who values himself is a man not easily replaced. Remember, life is too short to spend in a place where you're undervalued. Embrace the Stoic mindset. Do not seek approval from those who do not see your worth. Like the Stoics teach, true power lies in self-control, respect, and knowing that you deserve more than being a placeholder in someone else's life. 6. She shows little to no effort in the relationship. Don't make excuses. If a woman values you, she will show it through her actions. That's a simple fact rooted in the Stoic lessons of understanding how actions align with words. If you're the only one putting in the work, trying to make the relationship grow, then something is wrong. A woman who truly values you won't let you carry the weight of the relationship on your own. She will make the effort to nurture it just as you do. When a woman shows little or no effort in a relationship, it's a glaring red flag. It's like a plant that you keep watering and nurturing, but it never blooms. She might be content to let you do all the work while she remains passive. You'll find yourself planning all the dates, making all the gestures, and constantly being the one to initiate. What does that tell you? It tells you that she doesn't value you enough to invest her time, energy, or love. Let me tell you something. A Stoic life isn't about accepting mediocrity in relationships. It's about maintaining your inner strength and not allowing your emotions to be tied to someone who doesn't appreciate you. You deserve a partner who is as invested in you as you are in them. You're not here to carry a one-sided load. Don't let her coast through life while you burn out trying to keep things afloat. Imagine a boat on a river. If one person is rowing and the other just lounges back, how far do you think you'll get? Not far at all. Relationships work on effort, communication, and mutual respect. If she isn't putting in the effort, she's not rowing in the same direction, and eventually the boat will drift away, no matter how hard you paddle. The Stoic lessons teach us about clarity, self-respect, and personal responsibility. Don't waste your energy on someone who isn't willing to meet you halfway. That's not love, that's an imbalance that will drain you. You need someone who is just as committed as you are. Someone who will initiate plans, offer gestures of appreciation, and make you feel like you're a priority, not a convenience. You must understand this clearly. A woman who values you will not sit back and let you do all the work. She will step up, she will contribute, and she will show you through consistent actions that she is invested in the relationship. Don't settle for less. In a Stoic life, you embrace the idea that you deserve to be treated with respect and care. You don't need to chase someone who doesn't care enough to show effort. Keep your boundaries firm, and don't let anyone use your energy without giving anything in return. You've got to be the master of your own life. That means knowing when to walk away from a situation that drains you. In the end, relationships are a two-way street. If you're the only one driving, it's time to rethink your route. Be strong, be wise, and never settle for anything less than mutual effort. Do you agree with this comment, yes or no, in the comments section below? Let's discuss it. 7. She criticizes you constantly. A woman who doesn't value you will criticize you constantly. And no, we're not talking about constructive feedback that helps you grow. We're talking about the relentless barrage of harsh judgments and subtle attacks. A modern Stoic understands that criticism is part of life, but there's a major difference between constructive feedback and tearing someone down. If your woman's primary mode of communication is criticism, it's time to wake up. Don't mistake these constant jabs as something that will help you become better, because they won't. Instead, they're a tool to erode your confidence, undermine your self-worth, and chip away at the foundation of your self-esteem. This behavior isn't a momentary lapse. It's a deliberate tactic by someone who doesn't care for your growth or well-being. Imagine this: if every conversation feels like walking into a battlefield where your character appearance or abilities are under attack, it's not an accident. It's a sign. A woman who doesn't value you doesn't uplift you. She brings you down. This isn't the kind of relationship that the Blessing of Stoicism can save. It's a toxic pattern, and you have to recognize it before it destroys what's left of your self-respect. A true partner, one who values and respects you, won't criticize you in a way that diminishes your spirit. Instead, she will push you to be better, to grow, and to rise above the challenges. A modern Stoic wouldn't tolerate this kind of disrespect because they've learned to preserve their self-worth. Don't settle for a relationship that constantly makes you feel less than you are. Be strong, be aware, and understand that no amount of love can justify this kind of behavior. If you're feeling worn down, constantly judged, and perpetually criticized, take a step back and see the reality of the situation. This isn't a minor issue. It's a red flag. The old Stoic would say that you must protect your peace and your sense of self above all. Do not let anyone strip you of what makes you whole. The moment you let go of this toxic criticism is the moment you make room for a relationship that actually values you. 8. She never takes responsibility for her actions. In any meaningful, healthy relationship, accountability is key. Without it, you're not just navigating through rocky waters, you're stuck in a storm that's not going anywhere. A woman who doesn't take responsibility for her actions shows clear signs of disregarding both you and the relationship itself. And trust me, this isn't just a little red flag. It's a big neon sign that you're in an unhealthy dynamic. A person who avoids accountability is someone who's incapable of growth, which is by definition the exact opposite of a Stoic life. Don't let yourself be her emotional punching bag. The cornerstone of Stoicism is personal responsibility, the ability to control what you can and to accept what you can't. When a woman refuses to admit when she's wrong or tries to shift the blame onto you for every argument, she's showing a blatant disregard for that principle. You deserve a partner who owns their mistakes, who doesn't deflect or twist reality. Think about it. If she's constantly turning things around, so you're the one apologizing for mistakes you never made, what does that say about her respect for you? Nothing good. Don't be fooled by manipulative tactics. A woman who values you doesn't just manipulate situations to avoid blame. She doesn't gaslight you into believing you're the one at fault. It's exhausting and, frankly, mentally draining. When you're continually left to apologize for things you didn't do, that's not love, that's an emotional hijacking. The Stoic lesson here is simple. Keep your integrity intact. Be the man who stands firm on what's right, even when someone else tries to distort the truth. In relationships, accountability isn't optional. It's the very foundation upon which trust and respect are built. That is a toxic pattern you need to avoid. A lack of accountability is a sneaky little villain in relationships. It starts small, but over time, it erodes the bond you have with your partner. It shifts the dynamics from equality to a lopsided situation where you are always wrong and she is never at fault. This isn't a partnership, it's a one-sided transaction, and no amount of love, patience, or good intentions can fix that. If she never takes responsibility for her actions, she's ultimately showing you that she doesn't value your feelings or your perspective. You don't need to live like that, and you certainly shouldn't settle for it. You must know your worth. Every interaction in a relationship should reflect mutual respect. If she's continually turning every disagreement into a blame game, you have to ask yourself, is this how I deserve to be treated? Be the man who refuses to tolerate disrespect. Your emotional well-being should not be at the mercy of someone else's unwillingness to be accountable. You can't control what she does, but you can control how you respond. And if you're a man who lives a stoic life, you must stand firm in the face of such toxic behavior. Stoicism teaches us that peace of mind is priceless, and no one, especially not someone who refuses to take responsibility, is worth sacrificing that peace for. A woman who values you will own up to her mistakes. A woman who respects you will apologize when she's wrong, not twist the situation to make you feel guilty. Accountability isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Be the man who demands the standard of respect. And remember, accountability isn't just about admitting fault, it's about growth. A woman who truly values you will take steps to repair any damage done to the relationship, rather than making you the scapegoat for everything that goes wrong. That's what healthy relationships are built on: mutual respect, shared growth, and the courage to be vulnerable enough to admit mistakes and improve. So if you're constantly caught in a cycle where you're apologizing for things you didn't do, take a moment and reflect. Don't settle for less. Recognize that you deserve a partner who values you enough to take responsibility for her actions. A partner who understands that accountability is a pillar of a strong relationship. And in your pursuit of that, remember the Stoic lessons: maintain your integrity, demand respect, and never let anyone steal your peace of mind. 9. She's emotionally unavailable. When a woman doesn't value you, one of the first red flags you'll notice is her emotional unavailability. She'll be distant cold, keeping her feelings locked up, offering just enough to keep you around, but never enough to make you feel truly seen or connected. It's a one-sided effort, where you're always the one reaching out, making plans and keeping the conversation flowing. You're the one who has to check in and make her feel acknowledged, yet when it's your turn to lean on her for emotional support, she's nowhere to be found. She listens with half interest, responds with short, dismissive answers, or even accuses you of being too dramatic for expressing yourself. This isn't a mere coincidence, it's a clear signal. It means she doesn't trust you enough to open up or share her vulnerabilities because deep down she doesn't care enough to. But here's where the modern Stoic mindset can truly shed light on the situation. A woman who truly values you doesn't hold back emotionally. She wants to share her day with you, to know how you're feeling, and to connect on a deeper level. She doesn't leave you emotionally adrift, trying to keep everything together alone. She meets you halfway. If a woman withholds her emotional side, it's because she doesn't consider you significant enough to be part of it. And some men caught up in the cycle will convince themselves that she's just not that expressive or that she's been hurt in the past. While it's true that people may have barriers due to their experiences, the key is that a woman who values you will still make the effort, even if it's slow or incremental. If you constantly find yourself dragging her into meaningful conversations, or if she shuts you down when you try to open up, you need to wake up and recognize the reality she's emotionally unavailable, and that's a serious message. The blessing of Stoicism lies in knowing your worth and not allowing anyone to make you feel less than. A woman who can't offer you emotional availability doesn't deserve your effort to constantly prove yourself. Instead of justifying her lack of effort, start paying attention to how her actions make you feel. If you're constantly chasing her for the connection you deserve, it's time to stop making excuses and start living in alignment with your own values. Emotional unavailability is not a mystery, it's a sign. Wise men, those who embrace the Stoic philosophy, learn to read it quickly and act accordingly. Remember, an emotionally available partner isn't a luxury, it's a basic need for healthy, meaningful relationships. Be the man who values himself enough to seek that out and never settle for less. 10. She makes you feel like you're competing for her attention. If you find yourself constantly feeling like you're in a competition for her attention, it's time to wake up and realize that something's not right. In a healthy relationship, there should be mutual respect, trust, and understanding. But when a woman doesn't value you, she will often make you feel like you're constantly fighting for her affection. She might flirt with other men in front of you, post provocative pictures on social media for the world to see, or engage with others in ways that leave you second-guessing your worth. Don't mistake this for her being independent or free-spirited. This is a clear signal that she's not emotionally invested in you. It's a game, and you're the pawn. She's testing your limits, probing to see how much you'll tolerate, all while you're left feeling insecure and unimportant. This behavior speaks volumes about her lack of respect for you and your boundaries. As a modern Stoic, you must realize that this is not the blessing of Stoicism, where you gain emotional control and clarity. It's a toxic situation you shouldn't have to endure. You deserve better. You deserve a woman who makes you feel secure, valued, and appreciated, not someone who uses your emotions as a playground to boost her own ego. Be firm, recognize your worth, and don't let her manipulate you into thinking you're in competition with other men for her attention. That's not love. That's a power struggle. Take a step back and reassess what you really want from your relationships. Be the Stoic man you are. Don't tolerate behavior that diminishes your self-respect. Remember, the old Stoic wisdom teaches us to keep our dignity intact and never settle for someone who doesn't truly honor you. It's time to raise your standards and stop playing games. Alright, that's it for today's video. If you found this content valuable, make sure to hit that like button, share it with someone who could use the insight, and subscribe for more videos on modern stoicism and self-development. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you agree with these behaviors, or maybe you have your own experiences to share? Feel free to drop your feedback and opinions in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going. Remember, understanding these signs can help you protect your energy and stay aligned with your values. Stay strong, stay wise, and keep living with purpose. I'll catch you in the next video.